Hi guys, I am officially 15 weeks tomorrow. Yay! So I'm pretty well into my second trimester now, and this video I thought I would talk about how next week's going to be and how last week was, and then it's probably about as far as I'll go because it's going to be pretty lame for week 16, and then I go back to the doctor week 17 for a checkup. And then I'm going to talk about just the baby and the due date and all that stuff, all that fun stuff. And then maybe kind of what I'm feeling, what it should be, or what it's going to be. And then I will do a review on the LeachCo pillow, which is a giant body pillow. It's about the only thing I've been using during pregnancy. And it's just awesome. And then I will do my belly shot, and that should be it. So hopefully it's a pretty short video, and I'm sorry if it's not. So I apologize because I have a lot of congestion right now, and so I kind of sound hoarse. I have a hoarse voice. And I am sitting outside because the weather in Denver is starting to feel fall-like, and the leaves are changing, and I'm just so excited for that. So I just wanted to sit outside and enjoy the weather a little bit. So this week I have to go in and do some blood draw for the quad testing, which tests for spina bifida and Down syndrome. So hopefully everything checks out good there. And then, yeah, so that's the only thing I really have until week 17 as far as the baby checkups go. And then week 20 we find out the sex. So I have some really cool ideas about how I'm going to share with my coworkers, and hopefully I'm not showing too much by then because I don't want to give it away before that. But yeah, so I kind of want to bake a cake as soon as I know the gender, and make it pink or blue, and then frost it, and then on the bottom of the cardboard that it sits on, put my name, and then leave a little note in the lunchroom that says, guess who's pregnant, and then when they eat all the cake, they'll see that it's a boy or girl, and that it's me. So I thought that would be kind of cool. And so like I said, nobody at work really knows yet. There's a couple of women that know, and only because that they're pregnant too, and so we kind of just talk about what we're going through. They're a little further along than I am, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. So last week I only puked once, which was awesome, and it was just from my toothpaste, so I think I'm on the upside of that, hopefully. I didn't really have any major symptoms. I did feel dizzy on occasion, and I think that was just my own fault for just not keeping enough fluids in me. Like, I feel like I'm drinking all the time, but it's really hard, especially with the high altitude, to keep enough fluids in you as is, but then to add on top of that a baby, it's tough. So I always carry around like Gatorade or water or anything that I possibly can. Last night I was getting, it felt like the round ligament pain, this cramping in the lower abs, anytime I moved, like quickly or sneezed or coughed. It was just a really sharp pain, like a knife just stabbing me really quick in the lower abdomen. And then last week I measured at 31.5 inches, and when I measured this morning it was about the same, so we'll see if I'm any bigger than that now. It's probably just because I ate. And at the bottom in the description area, I'm going to put a gender protector, and I really like to see what all my friends think because it's going to be fun. And it'll do gender, length, and birth date, I believe. So it's going to be awesome. So just click the link below. I don't think you have to register or anything for the website. So about the baby, so this is week 15. It's about the size of a softball, although I don't really know where I'm hiding it right now. It must be like tucked away in there somewhere. And it's apparently got hair all over its body, which is kind of gross but cool at the same time. Its eyes are moving closer together because they're kind of out here and now they're like moving in. And its ears are developing more, and its bones are getting harder. So, and apparently the skin is kind of translucent, so you can see all the veins and stuff, which is kind of cool. So my due date is March 12th of 2012, so 3/12/12, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I don't know what it is yet, and my heart rate for the baby at 7 weeks was 140, and then at 13 weeks was 170. The doctor said it was completely fine. I'd been craving sweets all the time, and like as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I always like just felt like it was going to be a girl. Like just for whatever reason, I'm just like, it's going to be a girl. I keep referring it to as a boy, and I keep referring it to as a him, so it's kind of confusing. It's a motorcycle. So yeah, so I feel like it's a girl, but this last week I did one of those IntelliGender tests just for fun, and it said boy, so now I'm just really confused. My body tells me girl, everything else tells me boy in my mind, and the gender test. All the wives' tales point to girl though, so it's kind of confusing. So I'm excited for 5 weeks from now to know. And so yeah, that went by quick. Awesome. So last weekend I went to a baby consignment shop, and I bought a LeachCo pillow. And because you're supposed to, the tip for this week was to start sleeping on your side, because once you start showing, you really can't sleep on your back much anymore after that, and obviously you can't sleep on your stomach. So it says to kind of train your body to start sleeping on its side. And to do that, you should use pillows or get one of the body pillows. And so I went out to the consignment shops and bought this LeachCo pillow, which at the shop was $15, I think. It was like super cheap. And they had a cheaper one that was like $10, but it just wasn't as fluffy. So if you don't like a lot of padding, the cheaper one would have been the way to go. But definitely don't buy new. They're like $60 or $80 new, and unless someone else buys it for you, then I think if you can find it at the consignment shop, it's a better deal. Like, you can clean them, and they're not going to take something that's super disgusting, usually. Just depends on the area you're in, I guess. But, so this one is in the shape of a candy cane, and when I bought it, it had just a plain white cover. And I don't really like plain things. I like some color, and I like to spice things up a little bit. So I went to Joann's and bought 2 types of fabric. Each one I bought 2 1/4 yards of, and then I sewed like for 4 hours. I just made this new pillow, and all I did was I laid the fabric out flat, and then I laid the pillowcase on top of the fabric, and then just pin the pillowcase down and cut around the pillowcase. And then there's another car. It's pretty busy today. So anyway, so then I pinned both pieces of fabrics together and just sewed it. And my sewing machine is awesome. It makes its own buttonholes with one setting, so I just made buttons just to kind of add to it, because usually it just kind of folds over. So anyway, I'm going to show you that, and like I said, if you want me to, I can show you kind of a video on how to do it, but it was super easy. And like I said, I only bought 2 1/4 yards of fabric, and I probably spent $10 on the fabric because it was all on sale, and at Joann's you can always find fabric on sale. So and they always have 40% off coupons, which is just awesome. So one side of it I made like a lime green, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell from the video, and the other side, well, there's 2 huge hawks. And then the other side is kind of some fun pattern fabric. So let me just kind of see if I can show it to you. So here it is. Like I said, it's in the shape of a candy cane, and then on the front end of it, I made these like buttons with buttonholes, and then that you can unbutton it and then slip out the pillow, and it's really, really awesome. Like, I use it to prop myself up in bed against my other pillows, kind of sit in this little nook area here, and then you can either cradle this side and then scoop that back end between your legs like a C shape, or you can just cradle that side and have this towards your back. And I tend to be on that side when I fall asleep, and then I wake up on this side with that cradled between my legs. So apparently I move around a lot when I sleep. Oh, my kitty wants back inside. You want inside? Come on. You want to come out? Okay. There's my other kitty. He's sitting over there, hanging out. Hey, Grem. That's Gremlin. They love to sit outside with me. It's kind of weird. So yeah, I like to, like I said, this is probably the best buy that I've gotten so far. The other thing I've bought at the consignment shop was they had a brand new, the off-brand Bella Band from Target, and I just started using it this last week because there's only about 2 my cats. Sorry, that was my roommate. It was weird. So yeah, I like to do that. And so let's go ahead and do the belly shot, and then I will be done for the day. And I gotta go do some shopping and run some errands. So yay, Sunday. Church was awesome this morning, and yeah, it just gave me a lot to think about. So maybe I'll discuss that later. Okay, so let's do my belly. I don't know how this is gonna work because I've never really shoot out here before. So oh, this is fine. Oh, I was telling you about my Bella Band. So I use this, and I'll probably review it maybe next week, depending on after I use it a little bit, see how I like it. So maybe I should put you guys up here. Let's see. You can see my belly here. Yeah. So let's see here. Get my clothes off. So here's what my shirt on. This is 15 weeks. In the front, and the side. I just got a little something right there. And then no shirt. Let's do just a little bit. So I just have this little tiny and it's hard, like hard as a rock. So there's side and front and side. And I am not pushing out. Like, I get frustrated when people are all like, hey, look, I'm showing. So this is just me not showing, not pushing out at all. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Let me measure myself here and see where we're at. So looks like we're at 31 3/4 probably. I don't know if you can see that, but 31 3/4. So I've gained 1/4 inch. That's probably just bloating because it wasn't that much this morning. It was 31.5 this morning, which was what it was last week. So still not really showing that much because that's pretty normal for me. I usually kind of have that little pudge there anyway. So yeah, that's where that is. And then I guess next week I will just kind of update you on how the quad testing went. I probably won't have results back, but oh my gosh, my cat is crawling into the pillow. Okay, so thanks, guys. Have a good week.